Good evening. Welcome to this JV game between your Eagan Wildcats and the Shakopee Sabres. Game just started, puck drop. Larson in the zone, centers ahead. Loose out in front. Shot on goal goes wide. Levine's going to go and retrieve, keeps it in at the point. Just trickles in. Liam Thomas going to go for it in the corner. Shakopee getting that out to neutral. Shot on goal from number 28, Andrew Vogel, back in the lineup today. And we are in the first period. I'd like to take a moment to thank our generous sponsors, Lone Oak Grill, Wildcats Bar and Grill, and Sari's, Eagan Arms Public House, and Trail Stop Tavern for supporting the Eagan boys hockey team. If you're in the Eagan area, be sure to check them out. Puck goes through the neutral zone into the other corner for our first icing whistle of the game with 14 left in the first period. Second time that this JV and varsity squad have met up with Shakopee High School. Both teams on the losing side of the equation for both squads, hoping to turn that around tonight. Shakopee, one of the top-ranked teams in the state so far. Puck goes in, Cats have to touch back up as Shakopee brings it back in to their zone and through the neutral zone. Rushing in, goes past Scoop, back to defend. And gloved by number 35, starting goalie for today's game, Eric Kerner. Back on the ice is defensive pair, Levine and Raznin. Kreiser, Skoog, and Ethan Mann. All sophomores out right now. Levine picks it up, chips it up. Icing waved off as Kreiser looks to retrieve behind the net, gets in the corner, and reverses it around to the other side. Ethan Mann first on it. Skoog comes in to help out. Shakopee sends it back to the point and maintains control. Sends it up and over. Icing waved off. Raznin picks it up, gets crunched behind the boards. Mann comes in, sends it up to Skoog, not able to get control of it. Levine pushes into the corner. Raznin putting pressure out front, blocked by Levine. Behind the net for Shakopee. Raznin sends his man to the boards, helped again by Mann. Onto the stick, skated by Shakopee. Back to the point, centers through the slot, just goes by. Mann behind the net, sends it up and out through neutral zone to the far red line for an icing whistle. 12:29 left. Shots on goal, Sabres 2, Eagan 0. Lunenberg, Vogel, Siljan. Arthur Eddy and Garrett Larson on the ice for your Wildcats. Pile up behind the net, finds Arthur Eddy. Arthur Eddy gets it set up to Garrett Larson, who skates it through his zone, tries to kick it ahead to himself, but Shakopee comes with it the other way, 2-on-2. Vogel pushes it to the sideboards, goes behind the net to pick it up, puts some pressure on, gets it up to Garrett Larson. Larson out of the zone, feeds it up to Arthur Eddy, goes past his glove attempt. Diving save by the Shakopee goaltender, number 1, Logan Avery, a sophomore from Shakopee High School. 11:43 in the first. Cats have one shot to the Sabres 2. Shakopee shot gets blocked by Levine. Nice back check effort. Shot on goal, hits the side of the net. Dangerous play. Kerner lost sight of it for a second, goes into his pads, but hit back out into the neutral zone territory as Palello on the ice tries to kick it ahead to himself. Groutman dumps it into the corner and gives chase. Groutman behind the net. Riley on the ice with Palello. Vogel sends it back into the neutral zone. Palello takes it in to the corner, looking for help. Shot goes through the crease towards the net and gloved by Avery. Ethan Mann takes a try, wins it over to the corner. Scoop tries to get on it. 2-on-1 opportunity for the Sabres if they can hurry up. Centering just gets deflected aside. Net goes off its mooring, and we will have another whistle. Shot still 2-1 with 10:37 left in the first period. Vogel gets it around at the point. 3-on-2 opportunity. Here's Vogel, brings it in, deflected aside by the Sabres defense. Vogel picks it back up again. Siljan, nice body into the corner. Mann picks it up in the corner, looking to reverse around, sends it farther into the corner behind the net. Back around, exits the zone at the Wildcat point, and Sabres pick it up. Brody almost had a skate on that too from Kreiser. Sabres centering, goes to no one. Skoog sends it into the neutral zone, goes for a change with Kreiser. Siljan up the ice, that one's gonna go down the length. Liam Thomas there first, but whistle sounds and we have another icing call. 9:44 left in the first period in this so far scoreless game. After this game, be sure to head on over to YouTube, pull up the Eagan TV feed, and watch Varsity take on their game at 7 p.m. Liam Thomas, Brandon Lunenberg, and Razinen fight. Gets it up to Larson. Is able to get a stick on it, keep it in the zone. That one goes back behind the net. Liam Thomas holds it there, looking for Larson on the side. Lunenberg lays body, hits into the glass. Levine forces the dump and chase as Razinen puts a hip check on, keeps possession in the corner. Shakopee picks it back up, centers. Palello has a stick on it. Palello sends it over and out of the rink. And we'll have a face-off at the post dot in our defensive end. 9:02 left in this first frame.
Can you do this for a minute?
Hmm?
Oh, can you do this for a minute?
Yeah. Shot goes wide, back out with Ryan Groutman. Arthur Eddy gets it up. Shot blocked aside. Ben, it's all right. Don't worry about it. Shakopee has control of it, takes a shot on net, gets deflected into the corner. Arthur Eddy moving it down, gets poked aside, back into neutral zone territory for the Sabres. Ethan Mann picks it up at the blue line, brings it in Shot on net and goal. Laser shot from sophomore Ethan Mann makes the score for the Wildcats leading 1-0. Laser from Ethan Mann. Mann to take the draw, gets it back to Levine. Levine sends it up the boards to Skoog, finds it. Brought back into the zone by Shakopee. Shakopee looking for a streak, stick on it by Levine. Skoog rushes up the ice, sends it in, need to touch up. Shakopee brings it in the zone, loses it off their stick. Nice job by Lunenburg to apply pressure. Has Levine in the back, little miscommunication there as they bobble control. Razinen out front, helped by Levine. Levine stick down. Levine, shot goes wide and behind the net. Shakopee trying to pick it up. Razinen putting on good pressure. Shot in front of the slot. Skoog was in the right place at the right time. Shot hard and low, gets deflected aside. Kreiser picks it up. Kreiser looking for Skoog. Briefly has it back into the zone, and Levine will be the first on it behind the net as he pushes his man aside with good pressure. Up the boards, into the skates of Shakopee, over the side. Blocker save by Kerner to get it behind the net. Shakopee looking for an opportunity to center, but Kerner has a glove on it and forces the whistle and change for the Wildcats. Levine and Lunenburg off, as well as Thomas and Larson. Gino Palello back. Liam Riley. D to D back and forth for Shakopee as they send it up to the point. Groutman gets it out of the zone into neutral zone territory. Siljan first one back for it. Shakopee behind the net, crunched by Gino Palello. Up the boards to Groutman, loses control of it, but picked up again and pushed back into neutral zone territory by Vogel. Shakopee at the far boards, sends it behind the net. Ethan Mann back on the ice. He's looking for an exit strategy. Gets it out into neutral zone territory with Liam Riley chasing. Vogel finds an exit, trying to get it to Skoog. Dumped back in by Shakopee, covered by Kerner. 5:47 left. Your Cats leading 1-0. Shots even at 3-2-3. Razinen and Levine back on the ice. Your all sophomore line. Razinen applying pressure. Arthur Eddy in to help. Man back around, trying to find Skoog. Razinen poked aside, blocked aside as a little innocent floater came on. Ethan Mann with good pressure. Levine will chip that one out, gets into the skates of Preston Skoog. Blocked aside again. Razinen kicks it up to Eddy. Eddy tried to get up the boards of Skoog. Skoog has it. He takes the shot, sails wide of the net. Nice pressure by Lunenburg to get it in, keep it in the zone. Skoog chasing behind as well. Vogel holding strong at the point. Has one behind him, but able to get back, and he will be the first one on the puck. Line change for Shakopee. Eddy for Vogel. Garrett Larson looking to take possession. Lunenburg shoulder in, and Siljan sends it down for what will be an icing whistle. And it counts. 4:31 left, first period. Liam Riley back on the ice. Liam Thomas. Levine, Vogel, Garrett Larson. Riley and Larson have a 2-on-1 opportunity here. Puck over to Larson. Larson behind the net, looking to center. Nice tip opportunity out front by Riley. Larson, Levine not able to keep it in, able to keep pressure and prevent any breakaway opportunity. 34, Razin goes back for it. Razin behind the net, outlet pass to Riley. Riley makes room for himself, gets it up to Liam Thomas. That was a nice Liam to Liam, tape to tape. Icing is the call. Vogel and Siljan at the blue line. Puck comes in. Aggressive skate by Ryan Groutman. Has a little bump. We will reset at the same dot as it was covered by the Shakopee netminder. 3:44 left. Back to the point for Siljan. Siljan dumps it back to Ryan Groutman, who pushes it back behind the net. Plelo looking for it. Groutman. Pressure behind the net. Stretch pass gets broken up by Siljan and Vogel. Shakopee is still trying to ping pong it back and forth. Vogel pushes his man into the glass as Siljan tries to receive. Gets it back out of the zone. Groutman can't get a full stick on it and goes off for a change. Brody Kreiser searching for it. Ethan Mann gets there first. Ethan Mann tried to tip by Kreiser. Broken up again. Kreiser first on it, dumps it back into the zone. Mann collects, gets it over to Levine. Levine takes a shot on net, glove to side. Good pressure by Mann to get to the boards after a Saberhead lost an edge. Got it to a streaking Levine coming in the ice. 2:48 left in the first period. Your Wildcats still up 1-0. Shakopee, D behind the net. Mann behind the net, tries to center it again. 34, Siljan sends it through. Back to the point. Shakopee bringing it out, back in through neutral zone territory. Gets around one, gets around two. Dance's not able to seal the deal. Behind the net. In front, into a skate. Back for Razinen. Razinen gets it out into the neutral zone. Shakopee gets it over to the far boards, and Levine will have to retrieve. Levine gets it out, sends it all the way down. Shot on net. Negates any icing. Back into neutral zone, through. Shot goes wide. Shakopee is going to pick that up at the hash marks. Behind the net, Kerner covering his side of the post. Back to the point. And that one was blocked by Siljan. Sent back out. Lunenburg, pressure behind the net as Garrett Larson comes in to help out. Tied up. Larson sends it back to the point for Vogel. Didn't get a whole piece of there. Goes toward the net, picked up by Shakopee as they dump it in. Icing waved off. Siljan will take it with 1:14 left in this first period. Siljan has some speed, makes room for himself, dumps it into the corner. Vogel. Shakopee backhands it aside. Vogel with pressure there. Siljan lays the shoulder in and Groutman picks it up. 52 seconds left. Groutman tries to get it. Reverses it back around for Vogel. Vogel up to Riley. Shakopee picks it up from an errant pass. Shot gets blocked aside from Siljan's skate. Up and out. Sabres will have to touch up as Vogel picks it up in the corner. Vogel tries to send it up to the point, able to get it up to Groutman, and picks it up himself. Again, chips it ahead as Palello's first on for the Cats. Riley out front. Palello pushes his man aside. Riley setting up camp, goes behind to help. That one goes back to the point for Vogel as he sneaks through. 10 seconds left in this first period. Riley pushed aside. Razanen sends that back into the zone. 1 second. That's the end of your first period. I'd like to take another moment to thank our sponsors, Summit Orthopedics, Homestead Auto and Tire, and Union 32 Craft House for once again supporting the Eagan boys hockey team. End of your first period has goals 1-0, shots 7 for Eagan and 3 for the Sabres. We'll be back with your second period action after this quick Zamboni clear. Thanks for joining us at Eagan Hockey Sports. Welcome back, Eagan Wildcat fans. The time is here, the time is right now. 15 seconds on the clock. Your Wildcats with a 1-0 lead heading into the second period. Garrett Larson, Brandon Lunenberg, and Liam Thomas, your forwards. Vogel and Levine, your defensive pair. Garrett Larson applies pressure. Levine has it go by his stick, and Vogel will be the first on it behind the net in the corner. Brandon Lunenberg to assist. Shove from behind up to Larson, tips it into neutral zone territory. Liam Thomas with great forecheck pressure to stick that aside, almost blasted by Brandon Lunenberg. Vogel sends it back in the ice. Thomas trying to take advantage of an errant check, errant pass. Thomas sends it over to Palello, centering. Vogel, shot on goal, low, hits a pad skate. Back into neutral zone territory for Levine. Levine sends it up through the neutral zone. Briefly held by Groutman, who touches up onside for Eagan Wildcats. Icing is the call. Must have flown through, thought it was tipped in. At the close dot here for your face-off, Gino Palello, Ryan Groutman. Aaron Silgen to his right. Vogel and Riley behind as well. Refs having a discussion. I didn't bring dinner tonight. Did you bring dinner? No, maybe we'll find something at the concession stand after the game. All right. Actually, it wasn't icing. I believe I was correct in that it was tipped in. At least they're correcting their mistake, compromising to move the face-off to center ice. Vogel sends it up the boards, covered and protected by number one of the Sabres. 13:43 left in the first period. Silgen off, Levine on. Pass goes through the neutral zone, picked up and chipped back ahead by Razinen to Riley. Riley looking to skate through, gets past one as Groutman gets shoved down. Palello able to keep it in the zone, trying to find Riley in the corner. Groutman helps tie up his man, Palello. Shakopee picks it back up, but Palello with good pressure. Far side for Shakopee. Levine puts pressure on and stops his man. Shakopee picks it up behind the net. Again, Levine tips it out to Skoog. Shakopee trying for a little jump pass, will have to clear. Up to Skoog. Skoog has Kreiser rushing towards, gets blocked into a skate by the Sabres. Sabres bring it back out of his own neutral territory. Over to number 14. Levine will have to try to set aside. Gets by Levine and shoves it to the back of the net. Let's tie this game up 1-1 for the Sabres. Shot 7-4. Up to Skoog. Skoog dumps it in the zone. Stretch pass intercepted by Mann. Back to the point. Vogel sends it on. Tapped. Trickles through the crease. First on is Brody Kreiser. Flows to the front. Ethan Mann tried to backhand it. Deflected aside there by the netminder. Kaiser, picked up by Vobel. Vobel sends it in deep. Back behind the net. Skoog trying to be the first one on it, and is. Sabres pick it up. Liam Thomas briefly intercepts that progress. And Siljan will go back into the corner behind the net. As the Sabres go on a change, stretch pass goes past the stick of Skoog. Didn't catch, so there will be an icing whistle with 11:42 left in the second period. Scoreboard says first period, but it is the second period. Lunenburg to take the draw. Razinen. D-to-D pass goes past Levine, picked up by Skoog, who tries to center it. Dumped back in onside. Razinen with good speed avoids a check and lays shoulder. Good pressure by Razinen. Shakopee not able to keep it in. Nice chance there. Thomas lays a hit, and he's going to go for a cross check. Your penalty kill unit. Riley, Vobel, Palello, and Siljan. Two-minute penalty on number 4, Liam Thomas. Palello pushes the draw to the boards, gloved aside by Palello.
Minor penalty has been possessed of Egan's number 4, Liam Thomas, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Number 4, Thomas, 2 minutes for cross-checking at 3:41 seconds.
Back and forth, Palello able to get that back down and cleared to the end of the ice as the netminders trying to decide what to do with it. Shakopee picks it up along the boards. Skates it back in neutral zone territory. Riley tries to take a hit. Sabres bring it in. Back to the point. Sabres send it in the corner and around. Vobel's going to be there. Hill is able to get it up. Riley almost had a chance to tip it out. Didn't get all the way there. Riley fighting for it. Sent out to the top for Shakopee. Shakopee. 1 minute left in this penalty kill for the Shakopee man advantage. Walking it in, send it across, going home for the Sabres. Sabres get it back up to the far point. At the top of the circles, back to the point. Shakopee walks in, doesn't get enough on it, and that one goes through the slot. Behind the net, looking for a centering opportunity, doesn't find it. And Riley will get it up the boards and out. And Palello almost had a break there. 2-on-2 with Siljan and Vobel defending, get it back into the corner. 16 seconds left in the PK. Shakopee behind the net. Back up to their point. Looking for a lane, don't find one, so they send it to the corner. Back to the boards, as Shakopee bobbles it for a rebound. Shot low, goes off pad, and then covered rebound by 35 Eric Kerner. Your Wildcats back at full strength. Razinen and Levine back on the ice with Larson, Thomas, and Lunenburg. Lunenburg sends it to the boards. Back behind the net for Shakopee. Levine impedes that progress. Out front, off Kerner's face mask, it almost looked like. Fancy spin around by Shakopee results in the puck leaving the zone, back in. D-to-D pass for Levine. Levine looking to get it back up to Larson. Larson over to Lunenburg. Lunenburg has it up to Razinen. Shot into the corner. Scoots towards the crease, covered by the Sabres. Shot 7-5 in favor of the Wildcats. Ethan Mann pushes the draw. Sent back to the point for Razinen. Razinen has a shot hard and low. Deflected aside. Ethan Mann to the point for Razinen. Razinen shot back into the corner for Brody Kreiser. Sabres pick it up. Levine keeps it into the neutral zone. Tries to get it up to Skoog. Skoog, Kreiser on it. Sticked aside by Mann. Sent to the far boards for Shakopee as they bring it in. Sticked aside by Razinen, loose in front of the crease. They'll send that up and out into the neutral zone. Shakopee regroups, sends it up. Mann waiting for his team to clear it, sends it in deep into the corner. Nice read by Mann. Stretch pass coming. Finds Shakopee slowly as they enter the zone. Cross, blocked. Palello able to get it out of the zone and into the stands. Kerner gets the puck off the ice and on the ice. It's a family affair. Puck back down. Palello pushed that one forward, goes behind the net for Kerner. Sent back into neutral zone by Riley. Pushed aside by Groutman. Vogel watching behind the net. Shakopee looking to get it out front and unable to. They have someone at the back door. Fans on the pass, but Riley picks it right back up. Puck trying to get a shot on goal. Vogel looking at the sideboards. Not able to, Siljan at the sideboards. Not able to keep control as Shakopee comes back out. Over to the side. Picked up by Lunenburg. And turned back over to Shakopee. Tried to get that one out. Liam Thomas to Lunenburg. Lunenburg shot goes wide right of the net. Levine has his stick lifted. Thomas goes back over to Razinen, who dumps it in. Razinen back behind the net. Larson trying to maintain control. Lunenburg sticks it aside, takes it for the corner, gets around one. Looking for Razinen, and sends it back into the corner behind the net. Thomas with a nice shoulder, Larson in the corner. Not able to get it off the wall in time. Shakopee sends it down, nice stick, and back check by Liam Razinen. Mann to Larson. Back into neutral zone. Thomas goes off as Kreiser comes on. Levine first under for the Cats. Gets it back to the backhand to Palello. They've got a 2-on-1 opportunity. If they can get through, blocked by Sabres. Shot low and goes high, actually. Back behind the Sabre net, Kreiser lays pressure on. Got Mann to help him out as well. Arthur Eddy parking himself right in front of the net, waiting for that magical centering pass that's bound to happen, right? Ref has enough as Kreiser's knee was on the puck. Whistle aside, 4:49 left in the second period. Need to change the scoreboard to say second period. It's confusing me. Siljan and Vogel at the point. Mann, Kreiser, and Eddy. There are forwards. Eddy able to keep possession there. Mann almost over to a waiting Kreiser. Mann back again. Kreiser throwing the shoulder. Vogel back. Paddled aside by Kerner. Taken down by Siljan. Little suplex move behind the net. Shakopee sends it top corner. And there goes the stick from Ethan Mann as he's looking to kick it out of the zone. Does do a little pass there. Picked up by Andrew Vobel. He was on the line, whistled offside. Kreiser with the right idea to wait. Must have taken a small inch step forward, gets caught cheating at the blue line and whistled for an offside call. Palello back at the draw with Groutman and Riley. Razin and Levine, your defensive pair. Through neutral zone, picked up by Levine. Levine tried to send a stretch pass over to Palello, gets blocked aside. And that one goes into the skates of Groutman. Groutman not able to get it up to a rushing Palello. Levine sends it back out into neutral zone territory. Shakopee will send it into the corner. Levine first on it, backhands it to Riley. Riley not far enough out. And back into neutral zone. Shakopee waiting to clear. Levine gloves it down and will skate it up. Gets bumped up the side. No icing called as Palello's first on it for the Cats. Riley, good pressure. Good forecheck by the Cats on that last play. That one's going to go down. Waved off as it went by Levine's stick. Levine gets it back up, out, over to Palello. Palello has Riley, gets it booked up to his stick. Razin dumps it back in. Cats will have to touch back up, still offside as they go through a line change. Garrett Larson enters the zone, as well as Liam Thomas. That one goes through. Icing whistled. 2:38 left in the second period. No shots in the last couple minutes. Still saying that's 7-5 in favor of the Wildcats. Vogel and Siljan at the point. Face off by Lunenburg, pushed forward. Thomas on the sideboards. Thomas making space for himself just off the pad of the Shakopee netminder as they come back 2-on-2. Thomas almost with a great breakaway opportunity there, gets picked up by Lunenburg. Lunenburg shot low, goes off the pads. Getting a couple more shots here, need more shots. Low and hard from the point from Andrew Vogel. Into the pads and covered. 3 shots within the last minute is the pattern that the Cats need to maintain in order to net one above the Sabres. Vogel and Levine at the point. Levine tried to get a stick on that. Sabres bring it to the zone as Levine pinches into the boards. Back to neutral zone territory as Kreiser pushes forecheck pressure and able to get control for Preston Skoog. Skoog to Kreiser along the rails for Shakopee, but kept in. Sent back in and a pass over to the sideboards here. Shot sails way wide. And that one will come back into the defensive end. Shakopee the first on it behind the net. Kreiser. Mann with a shiny new stick. Back through neutral zone. Shakopee tries to bring it up, doesn't connect. Behind the net. Ethan Mann with pressure there. Riley trying to get it up to Skoog, who dumps it in the rest of the way and sends it behind the net. Line change here as Levine stays back to icing whistle as I finish my sentence. 43 seconds left in the second period.
Levine and Siljan.
At the point, Lello, Eddie, and Riley. Shot gets high through the neutral zone. Shakopee picks it up, sends it through the center, but no shot on goal as Riley gets it up to Palello. Palello making some space for himself as he is first on it again, gets behind the putt, the net for Arthur Eddy. Arthur Eddy goes for a check and ends up in the boards. And that one gets sent up. Shakopee blocked aside by Riley. Levine picks up his man and deflects it behind the net. 6 seconds left. That one actually hit the netting, and we will have a face-off as they look for a new puck. 5 seconds left in this second period. Tied up aside as Levine gets it safely into the neutral zone territory. Horn sounds and we will be back with more Wildcat hockey. Appreciate our sponsors Hy-Vee, Chick-fil-A, and DG Welding for your support of the Eagan hockey team. Welcome back to the ice. Your Eagan Wildcats for this third period, final in regulation. 15 minutes back on the clock as the Cats stretch out their legs. Look for a way to get more shots on net and hopefully get a couple more to the back of the twine. For those of you joining us, please be sure to stay tuned and jump over to the Eagan JV YouTube channel for the varsity game.
Coming up at 7 o'clock.
Both teams looking for retribution against losses from the Shakopee teams earlier this season. This should be, I believe, the last time we see the Sabres in regular season conference play. Next game coming up is Friday at 5 versus Lakeville North. Away game at Ames Arena down in, you guessed it, Lakeville, Minnesota. Cats give their 1, 2, 3. Cats. Kerner back in net, doing his Kerner things. Little shimmy, little shake, and we're back and ready to go for this third period. Vobel and Levine, your deep pair, as Larson pushes it forward, tipped back by Lunenburg. Vobel has brief trouble with it, but able to keep it out as Larson sends it into the zone. Stretch pass over as Levine sends it up the boards, collected by Larson, back to Levine. Levine to Vobel. Vobel in, drops it for Thomas, and that one gets picked up by the Sabres. Sabres shot low, blocked, and paddled to the side. Nice little sequence there for Kerner as Thomas dumps it into the corner. Thomas off. Riley and Vobel, Palello, Siljan, and Groutman on. That one gets dumped deep, waved off as Riley's the first one on it. Gets it over to Vobel. Vobel bravely has it taken away. Through the center, that one goes back into neutral zone territory. Icing is waved off onto the stick of the Sabres netminder. Paddle side back into the neutral zone as Mann tries to break up the rush. Razinen successfully kept his man on the outside. Mann and Riley with a nice deflection as he's rushing for it. Pushes into the back of the net. Centering opportunity there. Doesn't get all the way to Mann as Razinen will go back. Puck beats him to the line, so we'll have an icing whistle at 13-17 left in the third period. Shots miraculously are still at 10-7, but I think I've seen a couple shots on either side. That's how it goes. 13-17 left in the third period. Mann over to Kreiser. That one gets tipped out, gets past Levine, back into the offensive zone. As Kreiser and Skoogs were the first one there. Razinen to Mann. Mann gets it tended for Skoog. Skoog dumps it into the zone as Kreiser looks to be the first on it. Levine had that at center ice. Shakopee gets round one. And Vobel will get on it for the Cats. Sabres send it up to the point. Gets tipped high. Levine. Up to Larson. Larson backhands that in. Shakopee almost touches it to force the offside whistle. But Vobel will go back to retrieve. Up to Larson. Larson trying to tip it out. Gets it out to Lunenburg. Sabres clear the zone. Picked up by Vobel behind the net. Vobel's going to get it out to Larson. Larson over to Thomas. Thomas trying to make a lane for himself. He's got help coming on the way. Thomas behind the net, gets it back out. Shot blocked. Back to the point, trickles in, and gets punched in by Liam Thomas. Thomas with a nice goal to catch the rebound. That was bad. A little bit better there. There you go. And Thomas in the right place to capture the rebound and get a Cats at a 2-1 lead in this third period. Good forecheck by the Cats. Keep it in the zone in the right crease area. 11:52 left. Thomas and Mann, your scores this game. Backhanded back in by Groutman. The horn continues to sound. Siljan pressuring behind the net. Shakopee trying to turn and burn in the slot, gets poked aside by the Cats defense.
Scoring for the Wildcats, number 4, Liam Thomas.
Colello
Assist number 20, Garrett Larson, and number 28, Andrew Vogel.
good job by Siljan.
At 3:08 of the third.
Vogel looking to get that up to Groutman. Kept in by Shakopee. Shakopee takes the shot, gets deflected in by their own player. Vogel off the glass and down the ice for an icing whistle with 10:56 left in the third period. Shots 11-7. Comes back into the defensive end where Ethan Mann is ready for the face-off. Mann, Eddie, Skoog, Razanen, and Levine. Skoog putting on the Jets, trying to get there. Going to be covered first by Shakopee. Taking offense to that. Almost pushed into the goaltender, but Skoog was able to keep his frame up and have a puck drop off in the offensive end as stretch pass goes past the Sabres. And another icing whistle will bring us down to the far side of the ice. Shot on goal won't count. Back to the point for Siljan. Siljan shot gets deflected. Over to Vogel. Vogel bobbles it. Shakopee comes in. Deflected aside by both Kerner and Siljan. And here's a 3-on-2 opportunity off of Eddie's stick. Shakopee brings it back in. They've got numbers coming in. Lundenberg to Eddie. Sticks go flying. As Shakopee keeps it in the zone and around one, blocked by Siljan. Up to the skate and stick of Lundenberg, dumped back in by the Sabres. Sabres first on it, shot blocked by Siljan. Sends that around, Lundenberg trying to find an exit path. He gets it poked off of his stick as Siljan takes some pressure for that one. Thomas up to Larson. Larson brings it in. With Thomas on the side, gets taken down, no call. Thomas was offside, but the refs didn't see it, or because he scored a goal, he got a freebie there. Behind the net, Larson went for the hit, gets skate pass, stretch over to Shakopee, blocked aside by Levine, and back out of the zone by Vogel. Larson pushes one down. Shakopee in the zone, sent back out by Razanen. Riley's in a foot race there. He's got Polello out front. Polello able to slow progress down, back over intended for Riley. Back out to the point for Levine. Levine's going to have to skate after it and gets his stick lifted, but able to maintain control as he's taken down. Groutman over to Riley. Riley enters the zone, shot low, loose out in front. Grauman not able to get a stick on it. Shot will go over to Siljan. Siljan has it at the blue line, able to get around one, leaves it for Ethan Mann. Ethan Mann towards the net. Groutman first on it for the Cats as they push it behind. Mann looking to pick it up. Sends it back for Groutman. Groutman shot low. Mann in the slot looking for that wraparound opportunity. Backhands it, reverses, tries to get to Riley, but he skates past it. Riley picks it up. Trying to get back to Mann again, playing keep away behind the net. As Kreiser comes in with a nice forecheck, forces them to retreat back into the rear of their zone. Intercepted there by Skoog, sends it back into the zone. Skoog, Kreiser. Pass slips on the slippery ice. Siljan will have to go back to it. Got Vobel out in front to help along as well. Shakopee not able to do anything with it. Shots 14-8 in favor of the Cats. As Vobel picks it up on the far wall, pushes it up to the point for Shakopee. Shakopee able to not get control of it as Ethan Mann pulls it down, and not sure which way they're going to call this. Holding on the guy who was laying on the ice. Fantastic. Two minutes in the box for 36 man. Cats back onto the
Penalty kill for the second time in this game.
rear kill unit. Thomas, Levine, Lunenburg, and Vobel. Vobel pushes us outside.
Minor penalty assessed Eagan's number 36, Ethan Mann, 2 minutes for holding. Number 36, Mann, 2 minutes for holding at 7:32 of the third.
Vobel collects. Lunenburg able to get it out into the neutral zone territory. Thomas with a rush. Almost had a break for himself there. Comes back and makes a crunch on the ice. Shakopee through the zone. And that one will be sent back onto the other end as this kill continues. Wholesale line change, except actually all switch out. Larson on the ice. Picked up by Palello. Sent on net. Shakopee has to collect and regroup. Palello, Larson, Siljan, and Levine on the ice. That one almost gets tipped in by both players there. Sent back out by Vobel. Sent back out by Palello. Apologies. .6:15 left in the third period. Cats with 45 seconds left in the PK. Back out to the point for Shakopee through the center of the slot. That one goes just wide. And almost sent out. Thomas. Good job to get it down to the other side of the rink here. Vobel rings around the boards. And into the stands by Siljan.
Start to go around. That'll be all right.
5:34 left in the third period. Good scoring opportunity there for the last part of the penalty kill. Eagan back on full strength. Groutman and Palello trying to take advantage of some sloppy passing. Riley looking to pick up behind the net, gets it over to Groutman. Groutman intending to get it over to Razinen at the point, but that one gets deflected. Razinen pushes outside, skating towards the net. Levine there to cover, make sure that wraparound corner is covered. Razinen out front, gets sent past the crease. No shot, makes it to the net as Kerner gets back up. Riley with a forecheck. Pass over through neutral zone territory. Siljan pushes back, looking far side for the backhand and goal. Nice play by the Sabres to tie this one up. 2-2. Shots 14-9. Very close game with 4:35 left. Lunenburg gets the draw back to Siljan. Siljan stretches intended for Liam Thomas. That one gets sent past two red lines for an icing whistle. Siljan off, Levine comes back on. Lunenburg takes off in the same spot, gets it back to Levine. Levine reverses around, sends it up the boards. Larson almost had that one up, pokes back up Levine to Larson. Levine gets it back up to Larson again, looking for that tip. Levine almost got over to Thomas. Thomas gets it, or Bobel had two more steps to go. Thought he had it past the red line, but refs feel otherwise. Icing whistle comes back to that same familiar dot. Other dot, pardon me, close dot here. As Lunenburg is back on the draw, 4:07 left in the third period. Lunenburg up the boards. That one gets into the skates. Looking for Thomas. 3-on-2 coming. Shot goes wide. Thomas trying to get onto the stick and is successful. Pass goes ahead, broken up by Shakopee. Shakopee gets it over, sends it far for their intended backdoor opportunity there. One of the best scoring chances they've had in an open net. Shot on goal for Shakopee, paddles it aside, yelling his mind out for a stretch pass, but that one gets sent back into neutral zone territory. Palello up to Riley. Riley sends it into the corner, and Groutman's first on it for Eagan. Groutman to the point for Siljan. Doesn't control it at the point. Siljan D to D. Siljan loses control of it. Over to the side. Nice save by Kerner to bail out a 2-on-1 opportunity. Shots 15-10 in favor of your Cats. 3:09 left in this third period of regulation. Levine, Palello, Razinen, Groutman, and Riley. Shot low, goes through the crease. Groutman on it, gets pushed aside. Shakopee towards net, goes high and wide. Rebound comes. Kerner got back just in time for a nice pad save. Low on the ice. Shot couldn't get out, gets back in the neutral zone. Tipped aside by Riley, D to D pass. Levine sends it down the ice. Tipped somehow. Icing is waved off as Riley, trying to be the first on it, got lucky there as Shakopee brings it back the other direction. Tipped to the boards by Thomas. Back aside, Shakopee able to maintain control. Nice read by Kerner. Out into neutral zone. Thomas trying to get to the first on it, get a stick on it. Back for Siljan. Siljan gets it up to Thomas. Thomas takes it up the boards, gets crunched, but that one does enter the zone. D to D pass for the Sabres as they push it up into the neutral zone and back out by Siljan. Shot gets tipped by the glove of Siljan as he looks at his options behind the net. Levine on for Vobel, Siljan on. Skoog, Mann, and Kreiser. Past Levine's stick for Siljan as he gets it out, scoop into neutral zone territory. Levine tips it back into neutral zone territory as two cats change. Poked off the puck, 1 minute left in the third period. Groutman reverses around to Palello. Riley goes down. 2-on-2 as the Shakopee enters the zone again and offside. That was a close one again as well. 48 seconds left in the third period. Shots 15-10. Back for Levine. Levine off the ice and out of the zone. No icing whistle. 38 seconds. Stretch pass goes back for Levine. Levine gets it up to Groutman. Into the zone. Keeps it. Has Skoog out front. Has Riley out front. Looking for that rebound pass as Shakopee comes in and offside. Wow. A lot of offside whistles that have been really close. 21 seconds left as the draw will be just outside the zone. 2-2, Eagan. Sabres bring it in, not able to keep control. Groutman gets it back out. Larson gets it back out. Levine behind the net, 13 seconds. Up the boards to the point, able to keep it in for the Sabres. Shot goes on, just sails wide. Levine tips it to Thomas. Shot goes wide. And we will have, for the second game in a row, another overtime session for your Eagan Wildcats.
2-minute intermission followed by a 5-minute running time, sudden death overtime.
Running time overtime coming up for 5 minutes. And we will commence that in 1 minute and 50 seconds.
Third period scoring for the Wildcats. 3 goal leads, number 4, Liam Thomas. Assist to number 20, Garrett Larson. And number 28, Andrew Gold. Scoring for Shakopee at 10:25. Number 14, Cody Sawyer. Single assist to number 6, Colton Krizak. There was one penalty in the period to the Wildcats. Number 36, Ethan Mann, 2 minutes for holding. Shots on goal in the third for Shakopee 5, a 3-period total of 10. And for the Wildcats 5, a 3-period total of 15.
Back on the ice for a 4-on-4 overtime sudden death. Switching sides. I'm sorry, it is 4-4. Larson, Thomas, Lunenburg, Levine, Shakopee gets it back out. Vobel takes it up. Has Lunenburg bringing it in. Behind the boards for Larson. Larson looking to center it for Thomas out front. Back to the point for Vobel. Back out for Vobel, brings it in. Keeps it in. Thomas in the corner, Lunenburg lays a hit. Larson. Shakopee gets it out into neutral zone territory. Centering opportunity for, goes high from a shot. Riley sends it back out to the point. Locked aside by Kerner. Up for Kerner, goes stick to side by Levine. Levine with pressure, trying to maintain control, sends it behind the net. Penalty coming on Shakopee, and we will have a 4-on-3 power play for your Cats with the run time. Didn't quite catch the call. Was it a trip? Your power play unit, Lunenburg, Palello, Vobel. Cats with a 5-on-4 advantage. Back to the point. Sent aside and high. Thomas behind the boards gets pushed off of it. Shakopee brings it out through neutral zone, short-handed. Blocked aside, goes back into the corner. Picked up by Palello. Palello bringing it in into the neutral zone. Gets it deep in, picks it back up into the slot. He's held the stick. Gets deflected aside into the netting. 2:25 left in the overtime frame. 55 seconds left in the penalty. Man to take the draw with Skoog, Groutman, Levine, and Riley. Levine over to Groutman, looking for that backdoor pass from Riley. Riley keeps it in. Skoog lays pressure there. Tries to get it back to Riley. Levine picks it up, gets it over to Groutman. Groutman back into the zone for Man. Man's shot gets blocked aside and covered by Shakopee. 1:30 left in overtime period. Shakopee will have to, looks like, wait for the next whistle to come out. Lunenburg back to the point for Levine. Levine gets shot blocked. Lunenburg, shot gets blocked again, back up to the air. Vobel, that was the shot, I'm sorry. Back around. Larson to Levine. Levine, shot. Tip coming for Thomas. Picked up again by Lunenburg, who gets it back over to Thomas. Even strength Shakopee. Shot goes wide. Picked up by Levine. Levine, shot gets blocked. Back out into neutral zone. Vobel sends it back in deep as the Cats clear. Shakopee, stretch pass goes into skates of their skater as they now bring it back in, but Levine pokes it aside. 25 seconds left. Back to the point for Shakopee. Low. Shakopee sends it around, has a shot, gets to the side rebound, loose, back into neutral zone territory. back into the zone as they will have to clear. Levine looking for a pass for Riley. Riley gets 1-1, gets taken down, 3 seconds left, 2-1. And that will be the game. Five-minute overtime expires. A good, solid tie against a good Shakopee team. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to switch over to